Beating promised Consort Radahn in Elden Ring is actually incredibly easy. So I'll tell you what you'll need, I'll tell you the strategy, and then I'll show you my full gameplay so you know how it works. And here is how you do it. Okay, weapon-wise, you're going to need a beefy shield. I'd recommend the fingerprint shield, but anything that negates 100% physical damage is all good. You'll then need a spear-type weapon that you can poke over the top of your shield without lowering your guard, and that spear is going to need blood loss. I was using the Blood Fiend's Sacred Spear, but Mohg's Spear does work well too. Then finally, for weapons, you'll just need a staff so you can cast one spell twice during the fight. Okay, that one spell we mentioned is the Scholar's Shield. This will give your shield magic damage negation and keep you extra safe from Radahn. For armor, go as bulky as possible. You won't be taking much damage at all, but getting that poise up as much as you can will really come in handy. For talismans, you'll want the Dragon Crest Great Shield, which enormously boosts physical damage negation. You'll want the Great Shield Talisman, which boosts guarding ability, the Two-Headed Turtle Talisman for a huge boost in stamina recovery, and the Bull Goats Talisman for an extra 33% in your poise. For your physic, go for anything that helps with HP or stamina, and then go for the Opaline Bubble tier, which will mean you can take at least one hit from Radahn with no major issues. It is worth mentioning that if you haven't collected enough Erdtree fragments to be at least level 15, then it's probably not worth starting this fight yet. The boost you get from the fragments is no joke, and you'll find the fight miles easier if you just take the time to find them. Here's a map for all of these Erdtree fragments, so screenshot this and go hunt some down. You don't really need a summon for this, but I went with the Mimic tier anyway, just to double up on the damage, and so he could offer a distraction. You could also summon in a friend to run the same build here, but obviously Radahn's health pool will be a bit bigger if you do that. So the strategy is simple, but there are a few things you'll have to look out for. Before walking into the boss room, use the spell Scholar's Shield to make sure to negate any of Radahn's magic attacks. Now, when you walk through the door, Radahn will either start walking or rush at you with gravity magic. If he rushes at you, then you won't have a chance to summon in your Mimic before he hits you. If you don't want to just take that hit like I did, keep your shield up because there will be an opportunity to summon in your Mimic later. So the first part of this is simple. Keep your shield up and jab Radahn with your spear over and over again. Eventually, he'll be hit with a huge chunk of blood loss. Keep an eye on your stamina bar as this will be draining with every hit you give and take. I'd go no more than 3 hits, and then whenever Radahn isn't hitting you, let go of the guard button so your stamina can replenish faster. Eventually, Radahn will do a gravity spell where he'll shoot into the air and summon meteors, but dodging this is very simple. Just run to his left and jump when the meteors get close. When you land, this is the perfect chance to summon in your Mimic. If you aren't going for the Mimic, this is also a great chance to heal up or reapply Scholar's Shield if you need to. Now that you've dodged that crazy spell, all that's left to do is keep your guard up and continue jabbing, obviously keeping an eye on that stamina the whole time. Okay, phase 2 is where things seem extremely chaotic, but don't worry, it is easy enough to get through. As soon as the cutscene is over, very quickly apply Scholar's Shield again, and then hold up your shield ready for that incoming nuke attack. You'll fly backwards, but you'll take very little damage. Then from here, Radahn will keep rushing you, and the hardest part is managing your stamina. Just knowing when to drop your guard to replenish is key here. But in between this, you should also be jabbing him, looking for the blood loss buildup. If you have your Mimic out, then you should have plenty of moments for drinking flasks, your Wondrous Physic, and reapplying the spell if you need it. If you don't have your Mimic, you'll have to be looking for moments in between Radahn's bigger attacks. The only dangerous attack for you in this phase is the one where Radahn grabs you and Miquella talks to you. Just 2 of these and the fight is over. So just keep that shield up, keep jabbing away, and eventually you'll hear that enemy failed noise. So if this helped, please do consider liking and subscribing to help me out too. Now go have fun, and as always, thanks for watching.
guided by compassion.